or on December 31st, you are eligible to apply for homestead exemptions. And let's see, homestead exemption. So we are gonna go to HCAD. So if you were to have you have an iPhone or any type of phone where you can do Google Play, you can download the app and fill out the form on your app. At the end of it, sorry, I apologize. At the end of it, you will take a picture of your driver license, and then you send the form in, and it goes to the county automatically, so you don't have to worry about print it out, email it. But right now I am not doing the app because once you fill out the form with me, you can use the app to do it. It will be very easy. So we'll go to forms, and we'll go to all forms, and we going to look for applications for homestead exemptions and residential homestead. So if you looking for tax, and let's see, homestead exemption. So this is residential, and then we're going to see exemptions, general, 65 older, disability. So that's the form. And over here, so as you can see, this is the form for the Harris County. And keep this in mind before I go any further, before I forget. Sometimes you will receive a form with a fee on it that says, it can say between $35 or $65, asking you to fill out your exemption form and send it in with a check. I will tell you, to me, this is a scam. Don't do it like that, because this is something that is free for all Texas residents, as long as your home is your homestead. Homestead means you can have multiple property, but the property you are currently occupy, that's your homestead. That's the one you get the exemption. So if you have other property, which is investment property, you do not have exemptions on those homes. However, some people may have exemptions on a house that is worth more than another home, and because they were living in that home, they keep it there. But this is like, I would say this is illegal. And if you decide to sell that house and you don't have proof that you were occupied that house at the time of closing, the title company is required to collect the full tax without the exemption. And so that, just keep that in mind. So over here in this form, it is asking for your account number for the tax year. You just buy the house, you do not know your account number, so you do not have to worry about that part. But like on the first part, it says, do you own and you live in the property? And you're going to say yes, because it is true. And then on the first section's request, if you are a homeowner, it doesn't matter your age, 18 years or older, and you're going to put general. If you are a disabled person, you will add it. If you are 65 or older, you will add it. And it doesn't matter how many exemption you have, as long as it is pertaining to you. But if you are not disabled, you are not 65, you will not be checking this. And then you look to see if you are a veteran, like 100% disabled, you check that, because the more box you check, the more exemptions you get, like the more discount you receive on the tax. So, but with the general, which is typical for everybody, the tax, when you calculate it, it's about like 20% of the tax. Don't quote me on it. This is just the estimate, but it is roughly around that. And so we're going to keep it like general, and then we'll go down. And you are not a surviving spouse, so you do not worry about those sections that not applying to you. And then over the next section, it says, do you have an exclusive occupying this property? Do you own stock? So you know it's a no, so you'll check everything that says no. And were you receiving homestead on the previous? So if you are a second time buyer, you will say yes. So for people that are selling a home, buy another home, you will say yes. But if you are a first time home buyer, we'll keep it no for first time home buyer. And if you are transferring exemptions from the previous resident to the new one, you will say yes. But we know you are a first time home buyer, we'll keep saying no. And you do not have any tax limitations you need to transfer because you are a first-time home buyer. And if you were to have a previous home, you will have to put the house of the previous resident. So if one of those were yes, you will have to put the previous house and the county where the home is located. But because you are a first-time home buyer, you never own a home, this is your first home, you do not need to worry about these portions. And then the next sections, which is sections 2, it asks if you are single. So if when you buy the house, if you are single, you will put single. However, if you are married but the loan was under your name only, you still have to say you are married. So let's say a married couple buy a house and the loan was done under one spouse. It does because you are a couple in the state of Texas, Texas recognized what's the term I'm looking for? Well, I forgot the term I'm looking for. But because you are a couple, so you still have, because you are married, and you still have to put you are married. For example, when I buy my house, my husband and I, we were in dating, we weren't married yet, but we bought the house and then we got married a month later. So the next year when he filed his exemption, so he has to put he's married. And then you put the owner one, which is the person who is in the loan. So we're going to put John Doe. And we're going to put the birthdays 03/31/2021. So you know this is today's date, this is not the actual birthday, I am just telling you. So for the driver license, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so that's the driver license number. And then if you don't have a driver license, it's the ID. Or you want to put in your social, you can put on your social. And you will put your phone number, let's say 832 562 8958. So that's my cell phone number. And then you will put the email. Okay. So it asks you what is the percentage ownership interest. So you will put 100% because you own the property at 100. And then, so property owner 2, that's the spouse. Even though she's not on the loan, you still required to put in the name of your spouse. So let's say your wife's name is Jane Doe. And then you will put the birthday 03/31/2021. And then the license 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And then you will put on your wife's number 832 562 8958. And then you put on the email. So if you want to use the same email address, you can. And percentage of ownership is 100% because you guys married. And then so the applicant mailing address, you use the current home you are living in. That's your home address. So that's your physical address. So you'll put 25250 Northwest Freeway, number 200, and then Cypress, 77429. And then, so when you go to section 3, so the date of the closing was, let's say 12/31, 2019. So date you begin living, so it's 12/31, 2019. So let's, and then, so this is the same address you will be using, which is your current home address. And the legal descriptions of the home, usually whenever you close in the home, you can look at, like on your closing disclosure, it will have the legal description. The legal descriptions, it usually say the lot number, you can do lot number 2, the block, and then you can see block 5, and then section 6, subdivisions, say Canyon West. So this is the legal descriptions. You put on the lot number, the block, so, and then you put on the subdivision's name. And if you wanted, you can put on the, if you know exactly your subdivisions, if you say Canyon West, and then it will say something like Canyon West. Let's just keep it this way. So you just go on your in your disclosure, that's where you will find it. And if you cannot find it, then you can go back to your you see, you can go back to here, and you sometimes you may not find your property address. You can look by address. For the previous year, you just put on the street 25250, and then Northwest Freeway. So, because this is a commercial, I'm using my office address, which is a commercial building. So that's the reason why it's not generate. But if you put on your current home address, it will generate. Let's say I use 5858 Canyon. Let's see if there is an address like that. No. Let's see. So I just put on like a street address close by where I live, which is it's not my actual address, but I just use like my subdivisions, and then I just pull up a address. So this is where I say you can go in here, and then you can get your legal descriptions right here and there. So you see legal description, you say the lot, the block, and then the the subdivision's name and the sections. That's what you will get, and you will put it right here. So yeah, and so let's move on because I don't want to take too long. And it say, is the applicant on a deed or on the record? Yes, because you are the owner, so you are on the deed. And we'll go to the next one. Is the property for which this application is submitted is an heir property. So an heir property, which means if you are like a inheritance, it is no. And then do other heirs. So if it was yes, then you will have to give in the information. So you put no, and so over here you will have to put on the information. So you don't need that. And then, is any portions of the property for which you are claiming residence homestead income producing? You will say no. However, if you had something like a duplex, you will have said yes. But because you have one single dwelling home, you have to put no. And the next one, number of acreage. So if you had acreage, let's say it was a farm, you have a 1, 2, or 3 acreage. So you'll have to put it here. But we do not have this. We're going to keep it simple. And let's go to the next section. And it says, I am a resident of a facility that provides service related to health and film. So you know it is a no. So you do not, that's not pertaining to you. So you just dismiss that. I am certified participant, confidential program administrators, and so you are not working for the Texas Attorney General. You are not. So you just leave it alone. I am a affidavit. You are not in the army. You are not a army spouse. So if you are like your loan was a VA, you will have to put it check in this box, but you're not. And I hold a Texas issue, temporary issue under transportation code. I hold a driver license issue under Texas transportation code. You do have a driver license, so you have to check this box because you have a driver license. If you own other property that is in the same county where you have homestead, you will have to list those property here. So we do not own other property. We leave this alone. And now, so we will have to put our name. So if you do not have so you have to put it for the tax year you are applying for, which is 2021. Because you see, because I didn't put the year I am applied for, they are requested me to do that. And if I needed to know my tax, I can search it. And you see, when I previously pull on the section number, so over here, you can also pull up your tax information. Let me see. This is something that I have not done before. Like I said, I am just decided I am just going to do it because I have people asking me all the time. And then let's see. So it's give you here's the school tax, Port of Houston, hospital, education, Texas, the college, the mod tax, and key map. See if I can notice to the top. So this number right here, so you can copy this information right here, and then we'll have it in here. So we want to make things easy for the county. And now you will sign your name, your full legal name, John Doe, initial, the email, and then you agreed, apply signature. Okay, So the next, and you can put your title, authorizations. If you decided to get the form notarized, you do not have to, but it's not a requirement. So your other spouse will have to sign, apply signature, and then, so now this is where it goes. So you finalize over here and you will submit. So since this is not real, guys, I am not going to submit it, but if it was a actual applications I was doing, you will finalize it and submit it. And once you do this, then it'll prompt you if you want to take a picture of your driver license, you will send it in. If you want to print this form, you can print it without submit it, or you can attach it to a file, you save it in your computer, and you can print it later and do it. So this is where you get your form filled out for your homestead exemptions and send it into the county so you can save money in your taxes. And one thing I want to say before I end this video, if you had done your homestead exemptions prior to that, you still receiving a form that said you need to do your homestead exemptions, you need to pay $35 or $65, I highly recommend you call your current payer for your mortgage company, the mortgage company where you sent your monthly payment. You call them and you ask them to verify if your homestead have not or have not been applied. And they will be able to look on your account to see if you are receiving homestead exemption, if it's applied. If you're not sure, you can always go back to this website and it will show you if you have homestead exemptions or not, and it will say it over here. So since this is a actual address, I do not want to, it's not my actual address, but this is just a address I pull up in the county. I do not want to share out somebody's information, but this is where you will go. It will show you if you have homestead up or not. So thank you guys for watching my video. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and go to my Facebook page and follow me on Instagram. Follow me in my Facebook page, Rose Dunn. There is so many Rose Dunn, so just Rose L Dunn, real estate done right. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, share it. If there is something that you don't understand, you want me to do a video tutorial, feel free to reach out. And thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.